TV5 most accurate. Now your TV5 First Alert forecast.
Happy Friday. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Diane Phillips. We've been working with Smoky Skies here for much of the week, and the weekend will be no exception. We do have wildfire smoke in for this evening. And as we go into our Saturday, we actually see that plume of smoke kind of pivot back into the state, so that is still going to keep those hazy skies in for Saturday. The good news is that we're still not seeing any of that smoke coming down towards the ground level, so it will stay aloft, meaning that we don't anticipate a lot of air quality impacts, even though smoky skies are still in play. As we go into Sunday, we start to notice a little bit of a change in the forecast. Those smoke becoming a little bit thinner as we go, but that is because the winds do start to change a little bit higher into the atmosphere. So we're hoping that this pattern switch in your weather forecast is going to start to clear some of the smoke out, just like what we're seeing for our friends on the other side of Lake Michigan. As we go into the weekend, we will find those upper 50s, lower 60s for the start of your Saturday morning, and then we warm up into the mid 80s. Very similar setup for Sunday. We start out into the 60s and then go into the mid 80s, even trying to get into the upper 80s. So both days will be feeling summer-like. We're also going to find some times of clouds, yet some sunshine. Speaking of the clouds, we do have some lower level clouds, talking about fog potential for tomorrow morning. Visibilities could drop down to a couple of miles, so if you have some early morning commitments to kick off the weekend, you may want to give yourself a few extra minutes to get out the door. And we will find that it clears out mid-morning. And once again on Sunday, though, we're watching for that low-level cloud development, and that could bring some of those visibilities down once again, but it doesn't take long and we do start to clear it back out. Now, low temperatures tonight are going to be into the mid to upper 50s. We are going to find a little bit cooler in our northern counties, north of US 10 and along 127. Otherwise, we might be able to hold on to some 60s, but I anticipate here through the Great Lakes Bay region into the Thumb, getting close to I-69, that we still will fall into those upper 50s. But those are still above average, but it helps when our highs are above average, and we stay there here for the next 7 days. Look at this stretch of 80s. We're talking 87 by Sunday, lower 80s by next Thursday when we have just the slightest chance of rain. But considering the summer forecast is coming, we don't have a lot of water in it. We're just going to be first alerting you to some foggy mornings, as then we warm up and go into some sun and some clouds for the next 7 days.
Stay with WNEM TV5 on air, on the go, and online for more news and weather updates.